I was like, I'm gonna have to do a video today because I've been called to do a video after what I just went through this morning and last night. So this morning I had a court case because I had expired registration tags, whatever. So last night for me, it was a battle. I'm doing my nails too. I'm a beginner nail artist. So you guys are like here at the beginning of me doing my nails, and they're getting better and better every time I do them. Yes, they looking good, looking nice, I know. But anyways, yeah, so I went to my court case this morning or whatever, but long story short, my court case ended up getting dismissed. But I need to make a video on how I felt in the process of, this leading up to my court case getting dismissed. So last night, I went to war with myself. My baby's over there jumping and stuff. Fine. But last night, it was tough for me. Last night, I feel like I definitely went to war with myself and with my thoughts. Thinking the worst, thinking that, I could go to jail, I could be away from my babies. I don't really want to put my business out there too much, but, where I live at, it's just me out here by myself, me and my husband. And, the rest of my family is back in Alabama. So we're out here by ourselves, raising our family by ourselves. So if something happens to me or him, it's kind of over with for my babies. So thinking about the potential thing. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just talking, okay? Huh?
Snack.
Okay, hold on. Okay, wait till I'm done the video and I'll give you a snack, okay? Just wait. Hold on. So yeah, so I went to war last night with myself and my thoughts. Right now in my life, I'm battling knowing my self-worth, knowing I'm worth the universe moving mountains for me to be okay. I'm healing from lack mindset of just financial stability, me barely trying to make it, and me going to the stores to get the cheap clothes or, buying the cheap clothes. No. I deserve to go to the stores and buy the good quality clothes. I deserve to go to the stores and get the clothes that make me feel good and make that fits me as a person, which I'm powerful. I am strong. I am special. I'm a gift to this world. So I'm learning to carry myself like that. And not saying that clothes make me who I am. No, it's none of that. It's deeper than that. And for me, the court case wasn't just a court case. This was a test for me. This was a test for me to see how strong my faith is in God and the universe backing me up. You feel me? Letting me know, listen, we got you. You know what I'm saying? Because last night I had a conversation, about my court case this morning. So the person I was talking to about my court case, they was like, well, because I had a failure to appear for one of my tickets. And so that's what I was going to court for again. And so I told the person I was talking to about it, and they was like, oh no, that's 10 days, mandatory jail time. You don't, just whatever, just 10 days, 10 days mandatory jail time. Just be careful. Basically, it's a fear tactic. Not a fear tactic, but people, they project what they go through in their life and the things that has happened to them onto other people. You have to watch that. You cannot let people project their fears and their traumas and their situations in the past onto you. You cannot let people do that. So, when I heard that from the person I was talking to, my mind instantly goes into fight or flight mode. I'm instantly going into panic mode. What if something happens to me? What if something, what if I can't be here with my babies? What if they really do take me to jail because I failed to appear to my court case, Regardless of the reason. Yes, you can wear it. Hold on. Just let me record this video, okay? And I promise you, I will come and get what y'all want. Just hold on. Be patient. Be patient. Yeah, so I'm instantly going into fight or flight mode. I'm instantly going into overthinking mode. I'm overthinking. Oh shit, what if I do? What if they do lock me up? What am I going to do? How's my husband going to get to my babies? If my baby's going to be in foster care? I instantly go into fight or flight mode. That's what I was battling last night. I went to war with myself and my thoughts. I cried last night because this situation exposed to me that I'm leaning into more of my self-worth. I'm leaning into trusting and knowing that God and the universe has my back regardless. I'm leaning into knowing that I'm worth God moving mountains for me. You understand? Good job. Good job. Good job, baby. I'm worthy of all the good things, all the greatest things in this life could possibly offer. I'm worth that. I'm very, very special. I'm very talented. So, I started telling myself, I started saying to myself, you know what? Instead of me getting to that low place last night and going to that low place of just, crying and overthinking and stuff, I fought. Instead of telling myself and panicking and being like, what happened if this, I'm fighting. I'm telling myself, no, you are powerful. God will never leave you hanging like that. God has made so many ways for you to get to the point that you're at that He will never leave you hanging like that. He will never not back you up and leave you hanging like that, take you away from your bed. He would never let that happen. He would never let that happen. And I prayed this morning. I said my affirmation this morning. I'm telling myself, you are strong, you are powerful. You are not from this 3D realm. I am above this 3D realm. I am outer worldly, like my soul, who I am. I'm here physically for a purpose and a reason. I'm still trying to figure out, like I said, I'm telling myself these things, and I'm doing my affirmations, and I'm telling myself I'm powerful, I'm strong, while still being, a full-time mom to my babies. And because listen, I'm a full-time mom. Like, I'm a full-time mom. Like I said, I don't have anyone here. I don't have a family, a village to help me raise my babies. It's literally just been me and my husband since day one, since my first child was born. It's been me and him doing this all alone, doing this shit by ourselves. So the pressure of something happening, it's heavy. And yes, it was irresponsible to have a, expired, whatever. I get that, whatever. That's not the point. The point is me figuring out that, like, okay, this is a test. This is a test for me. And I prayed to God. I was like, God, listen, let me go in here and let this case get dismissed. Let me go in here and let it go smooth. Let me be in and out. I don't want to be sitting in the courtroom all day waiting when I have my 2 kids, because I had to take my babies with me. I'm a stay-at-home mother. I don't work. My kids are not in school. I watch my babies. Daycare is too expensive nowadays. We're all struggling, trying to navigate through this life. So yes, I watch my babies by myself. I do everything by myself. Very self-sufficient. So, I'm praying to God, let me be in and out. Let me walk out that courtroom with my babies. Let me come back home. All of that. And So I get to the courthouse, basically. I get to the courthouse. First one there, early. You know, first one there. My mom wouldn't even let me sleep. First one there. Woke up at 6 o'clock. You know, I go in. You know, I get in line. The lady's like, well, are you here to take your ticket? I'm like, yes. She's like, okay, well, go to the other line and just wait in line. So I go in the other line, and I'm thinking that, this is the line to get in the courthouse, like to sit down and get in the courtroom and, to get in the courtroom to sit down to have your case seen. So, I go in the line, and it's like a table full of attorneys, so I'm thinking that, okay, well, I guess we'll get to choose our public defender who defends us or whatever. Long story short, I go up to an attorney, and, the process is as smooth as butter. Like, he tells me, okay, well, what are you here for? Hey, how you doing? Whatever. What are you here for? Well, yeah, I have an expired tag. He's like, okay, well, let me see. Puts in the information, types in a couple, whatever. He's like, okay, well, do you have your new registration? Yep, right here. New one, freshly updated, whatever. And he's like, okay, let me see if, let me input this information in to have for a dismissal, Next thing you know, he's like, it's dismissed. Have a nice day. Like that. And when I tell you, when that happened, I knew right then and there that was confirmation from God, from the universe. That, listen, baby, you are never alone. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this. Hold on. Listen, y'all. Listen. Let me finish this video real quick. Here, get this and go sit down. Okay? Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go sit down. You're welcome. All right. Yes, though, but it's that was confirmation for me that this is God saying that you are never alone. You are never alone. I got you, baby. The universe got you. You understand? And it's so many like little situations that has happened like that for me. And another thing too, that that's stuck in my head, and that it's whatever, is when I was standing in line waiting to get seen, I heard a guy be like, this is something new. This is a new process that they're doing, doing this. Because, usually I guess, when you go into court, you got to sit in the courtroom, the whole shebang, whatever. So the fact that they just like had people, going up to the table, and the attorneys are, dismissing cases and stuff. And for that person to be like, this is a new process, that let me know, I'm like, damn, God will really move mountains for me. He will change a whole system around just to accompany me and make sure that I'm taken care of. I had to say this testimony. I had to put this on this video because I was called to do it. I was called to put this video out there, for my video journal, of course. Yeah, like, the shit just be crazy. Like, when stuff like that be happening, I don't be thinking it's real. Like, it be so real that I don't even be believing that it's real or that it's for me. But that goes back to knowing that your self-worth, and knowing that you're worth the universe moving mountains for you, and trusting that God and yourself, God is in all of us. God is in all of us. He exists in us. He, she, whatever. I really don't have a gender for it. It's just to make it quick. He, whatever. But I honestly don't think God has a gender. I think that it's an energy. And it's in all of us. And it's in everything. And this was just another confirmation for me, and another beautiful experience that I have gone through. This was a test. This was something for me to get through, for me to get to the next stage of my evolution and, you know, my progression. Yeah, like, you guys don't understand how good it feels to have this monkey off my back of going to court and getting this ticket taken care of. You guys do not understand. I'm so happy to get this over with. I'm so happy to have this court case dismissed, because that was a monkey on my back. It was something beating my mind. Like, I keep thinking about, you know, I'm ready to get it over with, and it's finally over. And I didn't have to pay no fines. I didn't have to do no jail time. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do a goddamn thing but walk up in there as myself. And it got dismissed. So I'm just so grateful and I'm so thankful for my mind and for my ability to recognize when things are put here for me to fight through, to pass these tests. I graduate May 21st from my associates. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited. That's my next thing I have going on. And, you know, I was thinking to myself, you know, once I get past this court case and once I get past this, you know, paying my tickets off, then all I have left to focus on is me graduating. And, yeah, I'm graduating from Southern New Hampshire University. I did online classes. I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. Before I started my online classes, I was telling myself I couldn't even do it. Doubting myself. Putting myself down. You can't do this. What? This is too much. You have 2 kids. You know, there's too much going on. You can't do it. No. Fought through it. Fought through that. Fought through that shit. Now I'm graduating with honors. You understand? Now I'm graduating with honors. That shows a lot about myself. And that, go sit down. Go sit down. I'm not going to say it again. Now I'm graduating with honors. This is a testimony to myself that I can do this. Anything I want in this life, I can do it. And I'm going to do it. Even if it's little steps by steps. Tiny, even if it's just little details, step by step, moment by moment. You have to take it slow. I'm going to do it. It's so many things I want to do in this life. I have so many dreams. I'm so talented and I have so many skills. You know, so right now how I feel is I'm just excited to see where life takes me. Oh, it feels good to get that off my chest. I was called to do this video and just to get this out, push this out, and to get my feelings off, you know, get it off me, get it away, you know, off my body. I need to get the energy out of me. I need to get the words out of me. I feel better. I feel like I just vented. It was probably all over the place, jumpy, blah, 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 but I mean, I don't care, once again. Yeah, like, I just want to let you know, Simone, I'm so proud of you. And you doing a damn thing. One day you're going to look back at this video and you're going to be so proud of how far you come. And you're going to be like, look at me. In that moment, at that time, I was going through a lot, you know. Because right now, I am. Internally, I'm growing and I'm learning myself. So, you know, it's chaotic. It's up and down. It's in and out. It's there, over here. It's emotions everywhere. It can get messy. But shit, I'm here and I'm fighting. I'm fighting through it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, until the next video.